your girl Victoria, back to you with another review for Caught in the Act Unfaithful Season 2, Episode 17, called Is That Your Auntie? Where they get that title from? I don't know. But we get introduced to Danny. Okay, she's in a relationship with Rio, a guy named Rio. I think they've been together for about 3 years now. And yeah, they've been together for 3 years. He's a club promoter, and the reason why she thinks he's cheating is because, a little bit back time ago, okay, homeboy Rio done cheated on her because she got a message on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook from some woman saying that they didn't have relations. She confronted Rio about it. He admitted that they slept together and whatnot. So he already did it before. So she has an inkling he's doing it again. Why? Because he's been walking out of the room to take phone calls. He's been keeping his phone face side down, when they together and whatnot. And, since he's a club promoter, he's been hanging out with the bottle girls and whatnot. So, she's a little bit concerned. And I'm just like, dang, I put my phone face down. Because for me personally, my phone be bright. I put on the highest setting of brightness. So, if it's dark, it be lighting up the whole room when I get a notification. And I ain't trying to hide nothing, but now that she done said that, it's kind of like, maybe I should leave my phone face side up. I ain't got nothing to hide. I literally have nothing to hide at this point. I mean, the weirdest thing you're going to find on my phone is food porn, to be honest with you. So, maybe I should put my phone face side. But, it is what it is. That's their relationship, not mine. Okay, so, she wants to see what's going on. So, Tammy is going to take on the case. And she asks, if she finds out that homeboy is cheating, is she going to stay? So then this girl has the nerve to lie to us and say, oh no, she going to be done for real this time. Ma'am. The lie detector determined I was like, okay, we're going to see you at the end. But I'm just like, you done for real this time? You sure? Are you trying to convince yourself or us? So we get to Kevin. He's the PI for this episode. Day one, homeboy goes to the club that he promotes or whatever, his club or whatnot. And, he's, being a socialite, talking, dancing with girls. A specific girl was dancing with him. Then he walks her out of the club, walks her to her car, gives a little side church hug. He goes home. That's it. Day two, he goes on this fishing golf thing with some girl, slapping her ass, hugging her from behind. They talking and whatnot. I guess he gets a phone call from Danny, complaining about the phone call from Danny to homegirl, saying she's annoying and whatnot. And, that's that. Then the third day, he goes to a poetry club, meets up with the girl from the fishing golf thing the day before. And I guess he's telling her all these sweet nothings that, there's nobody else he wants to be with other than homegirl, and that he loves her. They hugging and kissing and whatnot at the poetry club. But then they leave together and then go to his house, and they making out before they go in his house. And by the way things are looking, she probably not going to come out till the next day. So we didn't get to Danny meeting up with Tammy and Ken to go over the footage that they got. And pretty much when they first show homegirl from the fishing golf situation with Rio, that's when Danny was like, oh, he said I was his best friend. Well, clearly it's more than his best friend. You know what I'm saying? And this is why a lot of people have a problem with their significant other being best friends with the opposite sex or whatever sex that they are attracted to. So, not saying that's for every case, but in a lot of cases, if you're best friends with someone of the opposite sex or someone of the sex that you're attracted to, it is a good chance that if given the opportunity, y'all would do more than just be friends. Okay, so when they get to the video of him complaining to homegirl about Danny calling him and whatnot, Danny gets emotional. And, when they get to the footage of her staying the night at his house, we see that homegirl didn't leave until the next morning. So, of course, Danny's in distress and whatnot. And Tammy offers if she wants to do the team up or takedown. Of course, Danny chooses the takedown. Okay, cool. So we get to the takedown. Okay, Rio and the girl are in the building. I guess the building that he's trying to get contracted to be his next club or whatever the case may be. Of course, Danny goes in to confront them. She's on 10. So Rio's pissed. The first question is always like, where all these cameras come from? What's going on? He walks out pissed and whatnot. Tammy comes to introduce her and Ken. Well, pretty much herself. And Love, the girl, the mistress, we find out her name is Love. So she was just like, she getting her pussy ate out and stuff by him. And I guess Rio didn't hear it at first, but when they go inside and it's repeated what she done said, Rio's just looking at her like, oh, I ate you out. Sir, if she went into your house, okay, I don't care, best friend, she went into your house and then come out the next morning, I'm not going to be thinking all y'all did was just sit there and talk. You know what you did. Okay, and they sticking to the story that it was just oral, but you sure? You sure? If y'all say so, I don't believe it, but if y'all say so, we can only go based off your word because we wasn't in there, but y'all was there all night and all y'all just stopped it at oral. Yeah, y'all did the whole oral, full blowation of oral, and we just gonna stop there, knowing you spent the whole night. Yeah, okay. Because oral doesn't sound as bad as actually doing the do, even though if you're doing oral, you might as well have done the do. Like, what y'all talking about? Anyway, so when he asked, I ate you out, and she was like, yes, and you was an amateur at it. And I'm just like, okay, now, like, let's stop this stuff, okay? Why is it y'all be so quick when y'all get in an argument to down talk how they was in bed? I mean, maybe that's how you really felt, but if you felt like that from the moment he did it, and he was asking you in that moment, like, I put it down, huh? No. You don't wait until an argument and let him know he didn't do a good job. If he's asking you how he did, you let him know. I mean, don't be a jerk about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I shouldn't be giving y'all advice because y'all kind of foul for what y'all did. But I'm just saying, like, you don't, in a general statement, okay? You don't be letting somebody know in the heat of the argument, and you stuck in bed. No. Because it's just like, if that's the way you felt, why didn't you tell me this before? No. In the moment, if they not doing it right, you gotta direct them a little bit, in the moment, but in a good way, in a sensual way, like, oh, what really turned me on, baby, if you just go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the, stuff like that. But Love was wrong in this situation. Rio was too. And I guess apparently Danny, which we'll get to in a second. So, whatchamacallit, he said they're just friends. He tried to make it like they're just friends. He's done with her or whatnot. And Love was like, that's not what you was telling me. And it's dang sure ain't, because we saw the footage. So Rio, don't try to act like you didn't say what you done said like a couple days ago at the poetry club. Okay. So he said he's done. He walks away. Tammy takes Rio outside to talk. Eventually he does take accountability for his wrongdoings and admits that he was wrong. And, even though I don't be rooting for the cheaters and whatnot, but I can appreciate the ones who do take accountability, because there's a lot of people who do effed up things that never take accountability and just like to play victim and say they did this and that. So even though a lot of people still do that, but at least I appreciate the people who can see that, they effed up. So we then also have Ken talking to Danny and Love at the same time, and Love expresses that they've been messing around with each other for 6 months, but they didn't have sex. It was just oral sex, so they didn't go all the way. Like, that makes it any better. If you say so, because in my head, y'all went all the way, but okay, y'all did oral sex. Like, that's supposed to be, it's better because y'all didn't go all the way. Y'all still effed. Like, where's the Delulu in this? Like, where's the delusion that, just because you did oral sex doesn't mean you went all the way? You went all the way, bro. Like, what is you talking about? You can still contract things through oral. Like, I mean, you can contract things through kissing too, but I mean, the kissing is cheating too. So, like, what are you talking about? Because she wanted to make the mention, like, she only did oral because she don't sleep with nobody's man. But you slept with someone's man. You literally, not even figuratively, but literally, you spent the night at his house. From what we caught. So who's to know how many nights you actually spent at his house during these past 6 months that y'all been canoodling or whatever y'all been doing? What are you... Okay, we're not going to feed into the delusion, guys. We're just going to roll with the punches here. Because at this point, homegirl, I think she's trying to make her seem better. But it's like, you got caught, girl. You knew the situation and you still did it anyway. So, I mean, there's nothing to, like, Just take accountability and be done. So after that, because when one, all the fingers are pointing at you, people love to do the thing where it's like, well, instead of y'all keep looking at me, let's look at this chick. So Love said, because Danny was coming with her with some smoke. So Love said, everybody knows she got a side dick and, the streets is talking. So then it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. Danny said she ain't got no other man that she was messing with. But, we're going to talk a little bit about it in a couple seconds. Okay. So we did have Rio, Tammy, and Danny. They sit down and talk. Danny's obviously emotional because he done cheated on her. She had to get up and walk away, saying, why would he do this to her again? Comes back. And Rio had the nerve to say, well, he's been faithful for 2 weeks. Now, what part of this 2 week course was he faithful? I don't know if it was from the time that he finally admitted that he cheated the first time, and he waited 2 weeks before he cheated with Love. I don't know what the situation was in regards to the timeline of when he was faithful for 2 weeks, but you being faithful for 2 weeks don't mean SHIT, sir. And even I was surprised because Tammy kind of went off on him because she pretty much was like, cut the BS. She don't say that word for it, I'm just paraphrasing. But pretty much kind of went off on him like, I'm not going to accept that as like a big whoop-de-woo that you was faithful for 2 weeks when you was cheating on homegirl for 6 months. That's some BS. And, he don't really say much because then we get to Ken and Love talking on the side. And she was pretty much explaining that he really made her think that there was going to be something, that she had the opportunity or potential to be something. And I'm just like, but like, isn't how you get them how you lose them too? One moment, pause. So, sorry about that, nasal congestion. Yeah, so isn't the way how you get them is how you lose them? So you sure you want to be with homeboy? Because I wouldn't. Anyway, so then Ken asked her about the whole situation with Danny and, having somebody else. Because obviously, like I said, she's still in Lululand because she's saying like, he really made her thought something that they even almost crossed the line. And it's just like, but y'all did cross the line. And even Ken was like, y'all did though. So that's why he just had to, move it on to, okay, what's the situation you said about Danny cheating? So that's when they finally went and met up with Tammy, Danny, and Rio to discuss that. So come to find out, Danny was talking to somebody. Okay, she said she didn't do nothing physical, but 3 months ago she was, conversing with a guy and like, she was very emotionally into that conversation. And I'm just like, so all y'all cheated. Like literally. Like, yeah, he did it first, but like you emotionally cheated on homeboy. Rio was like, wait, hold up. You wait, what? Rio, you got no place to talk right now because you want them to give you a cookie for being faithful for 2 weeks. So you can sit over there. But Danny, I'm just like, so what are we doing here? What's the conclusion of this? Because in my head, I'm like, oh, since you cheated too, y'all gonna stay together. Like that's what I got from it. Because I'm just like, y'all both okay. So we just gonna stay together. Y'all just gonna stay together. Even though in the beginning you said you done for real this time if you cheated, but now that it came out that you emotionally cheated too, it's kind of like what leg you got to stand on, homegirl. Even though, like I said, he did it first and he did it for way much longer. He did physical. The emotional cheating is cheating. So, girl. So, whatchamacallit, Tammy holds Danny accountable for cheating, and Love says she just wants a relationship with Rio. He said the same thing. He just wants a relationship with Love. Danny doesn't, she's not okay with that, but says she don't want to be with Rio right then and there, like not right now. But in my head, I'm like, okay, you said not right now. So that means y'all gonna get back together. And the fact that you said you're not okay with them being friends lets me know you're gonna stay in the relationship. Because if you was done with the relationship, you would be like, I don't care what they do because I'm not in it. I'm done. I'm over it. And he could do whatever he want with homegirl and I'm done. But you said for right now, and you're not okay with them being in a relationship, which means it's gonna be the same situation, but you're just not gonna have the cameras around no more. Because if they already crossed the line and they're gonna stay friends, are we gonna really believe they're not gonna cross the line again? Okay. So, I mean, it may not happen, but are we really gonna believe? Oh, okay. So after that, we have everybody does their little, confessionals. So Love said her eyes were open today because after everything done happened, she can see that his loyalty is more for Danny than her, whatnot. So she's done. Okay, cool. Rio said he feels betrayed because, Danny involved too many people into their business and she cheated on him. And it's just like, but you cheated on her before. And again, after, she gave you a second chance too. No justification for her doing what she did either. But like, you was already cheating. Like, that doesn't take away from the fact that you done cheated, bro. Like, both y'all to blame. Anyway, so we then get to Danny. She said Rio needs to set his boundaries, but it seems like he can't do that. Doesn't matter if he can set boundaries or not, Danny, because you still gonna stick beside him. You still gonna stay with him. So what are we saying here? Like, I don't want y'all, like, I'm tired of y'all be trying to talk like, oh, he need to do this and that. It doesn't matter, because you still gonna stay with homeboy anyway. Okay? So I don't want to hear all this, type of stuff, what he needs to do, what he's not gonna do. Because he cheated the first time you stayed with him. He cheated this time, and you still gonna stay with him. So he's still gonna do what he want. And then we get to 3 months later update. Whoa, lo and behold, they're sitting in the little Zoom call together, talking to Tammy. He said they back together. Danny wants to say, oh, they working on things. Y'all back together. Danny, please, stop lying to us. You already lied to us about the homeboy that you was emotionally cheating with. You wanted to omit that information out. But y'all back together. I don't want to hear none of that bull crap. And then come to find out, Rio and Love are still friends. Danny isn't okay with that. It don't matter, Danny, if you're not okay with it, because you still gonna stay beside him. You still gonna be with homeboy. So what does it matter at this point? You already know the situation at this point. So she gonna get him on maybe Wednesdays and Saturdays. You gonna get him the other days. Like, I don't. And you gonna be okay with that, because you've clearly shown he could do whatever, and you still gonna be with him. Y'all gonna work things out, going to counseling and stuff. Whatever you say. That was the end of the episode. I don't got time for the BS, because at the end of the day, a lot of these females wanted to be like, oh, I'm done with him. He cheated on me, girl, blah, blah, blah. And y'all still together. So I'm not going to have energy to try to be talking and saying any sense, because they don't have sense. Everybody's in the Lulu land. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. I'm not saying don't stay with them, but for me, I'm just like, don't be talking about you gonna leave somebody for cheating on you when you gonna stay even though they cheated on you multiple times. That's all I'm saying. That was the end of the episode. There's nothing else to say here. We're done here. We're done. We'll be back next week though. We still gonna watch and come back next week. But for this episode, we done. I don't got the time or energy. My nose is all stuffed up, and I don't have the time. Okay, I'm about to go take some Theraflu. Okay, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, if you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, wow, sad. But come back next week. Okay, hopefully it'll be a funny episode. I can make you laugh. You can subscribe then. Okay, please subscribe. If anything, subscribe to me, because I don't feel well. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.